Y'all saw the thumbnail. But is there a silver lining to this? Let's jump in and find out real quick. Guys, if you are enjoying these Danmachi news videos, make sure you guys are hitting that old thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so, because we do this every Tuesday. At least that there is a live stream, or at least some information to give, which is most every Tuesday. So let's jump in and talk about this. So, Anime Danmachi Season 3 episodes, Bell, main story, 52 to 55 have been added. These are new stories coming to the game. These will all be added tomorrow. The good news is clear Bell episode 55 and get an 11 draw ticket. So that's kind of nice. Usually I kind of hold off on those. Like, I basically hoard those for a later date. Sometimes when these come with like really hard bosses, which I wouldn't be surprised in this particular circumstance. So sometimes they just give us like a lot of good content to produce and, you know, some fun stuff like that. But I know you guys want to talk about the banner. So let's just jump in and let's discuss the banner, because we have another Winnie unit, and she is an assist. Winnie's assist skill. So first of all, let's talk about her stats. Okay. Stat-wise, she... Ooh, that is tiny. Man, I wish there was a way to blow that up. It is what it is. I can't do anything about this. It is the size it is, y'all. Squint really hard, and I'll read it out to you. HP is 958, so not phenomenal, not terrible at all. MP is 189. Physical stat is 623, so it is a unit that is physical in nature. So you know already to kind of not expect crazy things out of agility or magic. Magic, of course, is 206, because you really don't want to use this as magic attack unit. Defense is 305, which is actually pretty good, especially for an assist. Now, Dex is 401, and agility actually is 438. That's not terrible, actually. That's really not terrible. So, you know, actually she's got pretty good agility, pretty good HP, and a really awesome physical stat. So, not a bad unit at all. But what does she do for your team? Okay, she's a strength plus 25%, physical, magic resistance, light attack damage. So physical resistance, magic resistance, light attack damage, and dark attack damage plus 20%. I want this unit. Damn it. I really didn't want to tell you guys to go in on this unit, but she's really good. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. So here's kind of the silver lining to this, okay? This unit is not time limited. You would know because she'd have that red banner up top. So she is not time limited. So if you don't get her today, you can get her later on down the road. You can use prism bonds, whatever. Like, she's going to be achievable basically at any point in time. And if you're like me and you do the monthly full course, basically you can go after her when that drops. So that's nice. Like, our monthly ticket we can use to go after this unit, and then prism bonds and all that stuff I can use to acquire her later on. So I'm very happy about that. That I'm not mad about. I am simply angry that we have, not angry, but upset that we have so many banners back to back and units that are stellar. I mean, amazing. It borders on greed. In fact, I think a lot of people have said that the game's getting pretty greedy. And I'm not going to disagree with you guys. Like, this is ridiculous. We have gotten a new banner, like, every week for the past, like, what? At least 2 months. With, like, maybe 1 or 2 breaks. It is really nuts. And most every unit is really stellar. So, for me, when it comes to a unit, despite how good she is, not time limited like this, I'm going to tell you guys to wait. Hold off. I hate to say that. There are people out there that are like, I need that unit. And I agree with you. I need her too. But I'm going to wait. And I'm going to hate myself for it all the way. But I'm going to wait. Now, good news is there's only 2 units on the banner. So, the other unit here is Gross. We finally got a Gross unit in the game. And you know what that means. This is fresh CP. So, well, let's talk about what he does first and then talk about our strategy for this, okay? Why is that one bigger and the other one so tiny? Anyway, doesn't matter. HP 3957, that's not bad at all, especially for a physical unit. MP 261, not bad for a physical unit. 2071 for the physical attack is really good. 358 magic has absolutely no like bearing on this. However, that defensive skill, 830 for defense. Wait till you see what this dude does, because he is an insane tank. 820 for Dex ain't the worst. I mean, it's a double S stat. And 844 for agility. He's not going to be speedy. This dude is literally just a tank. That is all he's designed to do. Skill 1 for Gross is a foes plural fast 65% taunt. That's a huge taunt skill. It's an insane taunt skill. Self, guard rate, counter rate, and physical resistance 40. I'm sorry, not 40, 60%. Yo. So guard rate, counter rate, and physical resistance go up 60%. Now, that does mean he's not going to be very good against magic units, but against other physical units, he's going to be nuts. 4 additional actions, foes, plural, low earth physical attack with high critical rate. Skill 2 is a 55 MP cost. Foes, plural, super earth physical attack with ultra and guard rate. Skill damage plus 30% per self, guard rate, and physical resistance buff. Okay, so let's analyze this for a second. So guard rate and physical resistance buff. If you have guard rate and physical resistance buffed on the assist side, that's going to become basically 120%, but odds of that are pretty slim. Though if you do build him that way, that means that come that turn, he's going to hit like a truck. But you do have to have some kind of elemental buffs on him, and I don't think it's really worthwhile. I think, honestly, use him as a tank, because he also in this skill does 20% HP theft. So basically, on this turn, you're going to do turn 1, it's going to turn him into an insane tank. Turn 2, he's basically going to hit pretty well. Probably not insanely, because you're probably not going to really have him buffed up terribly much. That 60% that you're likely to get if you do skill 1. If you have more than that, great, but I think it's only going to be 60% in the 90% of circumstances, unless you really build this team insanely. That 60% is going to be really nice, and the HP steal is really going to keep him alive. So this dude is designed to be like an insane tank. Otaro we just got is a bonkers, crazy tank. This unit could probably rival him. Now, to be fair, Otaro in the right settings takes no damage. Like, he laughs at everything, and it's hilarious. He is a stall unit from absolute hell. So is this guy. These two together are going to make that team ballistic. Absolutely. You're going to see these two on a team, and you're going to immediately be like, I give up. Forget it. It's going to be nuts. Countering a team like with these two on there is going to be pretty gnarly. Skill 3 is a 39 MP cost. Foes singular, high earth physical attack with high penetration rate, skill damage plus 150% if the target has a taunt, and 50% HP steal. Now, here's the downside. That skill is never going to be used in Wargame. Ever. I would be shocked to see that go off in Wargame. Now, I'd love to do it, because whoever you hit with that is going to croak. That is like the ruin that target and walk away, don't look at the explosion, put on the glasses, and just walk away. Like, that is what that skill does. But I don't see it ever being used in Wargame. Which is what he's built for. He's a solid, strictly Wargame build. You're not going to be able to use him in any other event, ever. He's just Wargame. Remember, you can't target, you can't taunt, EX bosses and things like that. It's just not typically a thing. So he is solo Wargame. That is it. SA is a foe's plural ultra earth physical attack with ultra on guard rate and temporary great strength boost, removes strength and magic buffs, and allies plus 100% guard rate for 3 turns. What? Did he just give them 100% guard rate? Dude, imagine having that new Otaro on your team, having this dude on the team, and then he comes out of the gate with this, you shall not pass type of thing. And then Otaro's just like, I mean, they weren't going to anyway, but hey, I appreciate it. Now I'm literally invincible. Like, he and Otaro are going to be best buddies. There you go, guys. This is your new toxic stall team. Legitimately. So here's the deal. Let's talk about the banner real quick, okay? Because I know you guys are sick of talking about these units. First, 4th, 7th, and 10th draws, per usual, are guaranteed. So I think you should do one and done on this. If you're lucky, you'll get Gross. If you're unlucky, you'll still get a really good assist, or at least, the beginnings of a really good assist. One and done, guys. One and done. That's the only real silver lining to this. Drop your 400 Iris. Hopefully you get them. If you get them, you'll get enough CP that you'll be able to basically replenish, for the most part, fairly quickly. So, because remember, once you get to level 60, that's what, 30 Iris. And then every CP level, every other CP level is going to give you a certain amount of Iris. So you could replenish Iris pretty quickly if you're just farming CP. So I'd say one and done, 400 Iris, in, out, and then whatever you got, you got. That's going to be my 2 cents on this. We're going to talk about it again tomorrow, just to kind of drive that home, but don't expect tomorrow's video to be a long one. It's walk in, drop your 400. It's literally, you flipped a coin. 50-50. Some people are going to get both. And some people are going to walk away with like 2 Grosses, or, a Winnie and a Gross. And those people hit that jackpot. But for the most part, the vast majority of people are just going to get what they get. Danmemo schedule for tomorrow. I know it says 120. Remember, that's all JP time. So episodes 52 through 55 have been added. You're going to get an 11 draw ticket. We already talked about that. New banner, we already talked about that. And Record Buster's back. So we're getting 2 Record Busters back to back. We haven't talked about the current Record Buster because my team is really RNG based. But if you want a really, really, really quick score on the current Record Buster, run the MLB Water team and you get a top 500 score. It's pretty straightforward. 7th Zone, of course, is coming back. That's not a surprise. If you haven't finished your current 7th Zones, I keep saying I'm going to talk about the Dark team, I'm going to talk about the Fire team. I never do, but those teams should be able to do everything the Water team can do. So if you have a really good maximum broken of either one of those teams, even Thunder team's probably coming up on that pretty quickly, then you'll be able to knock this out of the park. That's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, not a huge amount to talk about. Main Bell story, new gacha, Record Buster, hilarious, 2 Record Busters back to back. We did have a bunch of War Games back to back too. And 7th Zone. Like, comment, share. I'll be back with more Danmachi for you guys really soon. Like tomorrow. You already know what that video is about, though. Watch it anyway. And yeah. And subscribe.